Okay, it seems like there might be some confusion about how to do the 3 by 3 determinant. So I'll go ahead and start going through the entire notebook here. Today we're only going to cover number 1 and 2. We're not going to do the area of a triangle right yet. All right, we'll talk about what we can use determinants for next week. All right, but right now we just want to know how to find them. So first of all, every time you have a square matrix, so it has to be square. What is a square matrix? It just means the number of rows and the number of columns are the same. So for example, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Also, this is a 3 by 3 matrix. Now you can also find a determinant for a 4 by 4, 5 by 5, or a 100 by 100 matrix, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do 2 by 2 and 3 by 3. That's all you need to know. All right. So, also, when we write the determinant, we usually write det and then we write the matrix. Or sometimes we can just write two straight lines on the side of the matrix. For example, the determinant of A, B, C, D here could also be written like this. A straight line with A, B, C, D, and another straight line. So this means the determinant of this matrix, all right? Now, how do you find the determinant of a 2 by 2? Pretty easy. I think you guys probably already understand this, all right? But let me change the color real quick. What you do is you start in the top left corner with A, and you multiply diagonally, A times D, all right? So this is going to equal A times D, and then you subtract the other diagonal. So that's going to be B times C. All right, minus B times C. All right, and that will give us the determinant. All you have to do is multiply this, multiply that, subtract them, you got your determinant. That's it. Okay, so 2 by 2, very easy. All right. Now, actually, doing the 3 by 3 is not too difficult. It might be a little bit confusing the first time you do it, but you start to realize there's a pattern there, and it's actually pretty easy. If you can find the determinant of a 2 by 2, then you can find the determinant of a 3 by 3. So how do we do this? All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to look at the top row here, A, B, C, right? And we're just going to use those three numbers to find the determinant. All right, we're going to use those as the primary three numbers. And then we'll have a bunch of little matrices in the middle. That sounds a little bit confusing. Don't worry, it's not bad. So all you need to remember is that it's going to be positive minus positive. All right, so let's go ahead and write that first. We're going to have A, and then we're going to have, so that's positive, and then we're going to have minus B, and then C is going to be plus again, so plus C. All right, good. So we'll start there. We have A, B, C. It's going to be A minus B plus C. All right, now all we have to do is find the small matrices that we're going to do. And what you're going to do is, since we started with A, we're going to take off everything that's in the same row or same column as A. So in the same row as A is this one. We're going to take all that out. And then the same column as A is all of this stuff. We're going to take all of that out, and we're left with this little bitty matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix right here, all right, E, F, H, I. And we're going to take the determinant of that. So I'm going to write that like this. The determinant of E, F, H, I. All right, boom. So that's the first part, all right? Then I'm going to change to a different color here. All right, now we're going to look at B, and we're going to take out everything that's in the same row as B and everything that's in the same column as B. Now, only look at the blue here. Ignore the red marks that I already made. If I could erase them right now, I would, but I don't think I can. If I erase them, I'm going to also erase this, and I don't want to do that. All right, so ignore the red marks. Just look at the blue marks. Now, what's left over if we just look at the blue marks? Well, we have D, F, G, I. So that's the matrix that we're going to take. That's a 2 by 2 matrix, D, F, and then G, I. All right? And so we're going to find the determinant of that matrix. All right? And then finally, let me change colors one more time. Let's go with green. Finally, we have our C. Now, so we're gonna take out everything that's in the same row as C. Bye-bye. And everything that's in the same column as C. Goodbye. And I ignore the blue and the red. So what do we have left over? We have D, E, G, H. All right, D, E, G, H. So that's the determinant that we're gonna find here. D, E, G, H. All right. So this is what we're left over. And this right here is the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Now, what is this? Let me go back to my red. All right. What is this? Well, this is going to equal A times the determinant of this little matrix, which is going to be like what do we do up here? E. We go across diagonal and then minus the other diagonal. So we're going to go E times I minus F times H. All right. And then we're going to minus B. Remember, it's plus minus plus. So it's minus B. And then we're going to find the determinant of this matrix, which is DI minus FG. All right. So we're going to write DI minus FG. Okay. And then finally, we have plus C. And we're going to go diagonal, diagonal. So we're going to find the determinant of this little matrix, which is D times H minus E times G. All right. And then this right here, this is all the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. All right. So this is the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. So all you have to do is we're going to use the top row, A, B, C. We're going to use that to divide it up into 3 pieces, and then we're going to have a bunch of little 2 by 2 matrices. All right. All right. So let's go down here and let's evaluate these determinants. All right. We'll finish this off in the notes real quick. So let's look at A. A. All right. I'm not even going to write it all out. We're going to do 1 times 5, which is 5, and then we're going to minus 3 times 2, which is 6. So it's going to be 5 minus 6, so this is just going to be negative 1. All right? That's it. We're done with this one. Boom. Super easy. Now, B is a longer one because it's a 3 by 3, so we're going to have to do this thing. So let's start doing it. All right? Let's start with, remember we have to start with A, which is the first one here. And we're going to take off everything in the first row and everything in the first column because they're in the same row and same column as this one, right? So we're going to start here and we're going to take off everything here, everything here. And what are we left over with? We have this and this. We're going to find this determinant. So we're going to have 3, and remember it's positive, negative, positive. So we're positive 3. And then we're going to multiply it by negative 2 times 1, which is negative 2, minus 3 times 3, which is 9. So it's negative 2 minus 9. What's negative 2 minus 9? That's negative 11. All right, perfect. Now, minus B, and B is 2. So it's going to be minus 2. All right, and now we're using this number. So we're going to get rid of all of these numbers and all of these numbers, and we're going to be left with 4, 3, 1, 1. And we're going to find the determinant of that. So 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So it's just 1 here. Okay? Good. And then the last part is plus C. But C is negative 1. So we're going to minus 1 here. All right, and then we're going to find the determinant of everything that's left over if we cross out the row and the column that this negative 1 is in. And what's left over? 4, negative 2, 1, 3. So we're going to go 4 times 3 is 12. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So 12 minus negative 2 is the same as 12 plus 2, which is 14. So there's going to be 14. All right, so now we can just simplify. We've got minus 33 here, minus 2, and then minus 14. All right, and all of that is going to equal, this is 35, 49, minus 49, I believe. Yes, minus 49. All right, and that's it. We're done with that one. Okay, good. All right, now let's move on to the next one. All right, let's do one more example in our notebook, and then we'll finish this video. All right, we'll do this one a little bit quicker. All right, so let's start with, we have to start with our first entry here, 2. All right, and we're gonna have 2 times, and then what's the matrix that's left over? This little one. So 0 times 4, 0, minus 1 times 2 is 2. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. All right, next. All right, we're going to minus the b. Minus the b, but the b is negative 1 here, so it's going to turn positive. All right, plus 1 times, and then we're going to find the determinant of the matrix that's left over if we cross out this and this. So we're going to have negative 2, 1, 1, 4. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then 1 times 1 is 1. So we have negative 8 minus 1, which is minus 9. All right. So we have that. And then the last part is we're going to go plus c. All right. Remember, it's positive minus positive. All right. So it's plus 3. All right. And then we're going to find the matrix that's left over here. So we're going to cross out this, and we're just going to have negative 2, 0, 1, 2. We find the determinant, which is negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4, minus 0 times 1, which is 0. So negative 4 minus 0 is negative 4. All right, so we're going to be left with this, and this is going to be negative 4 minus 9 minus 12. All right, and what does that end up being? Well, that's negative 13, negative 25, I believe. Yes, negative 25. And we're done. All right, so that's how you do these. Not too bad. All right, I know it's a little bit tricky the first time you see it, but if you go through a couple, you'll find out, oh, this is actually pretty easy. Just boop, 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 boop. All right, that's all. Hope you guys understand now. If you have any other questions, just let me know.